Sound check.
Hi there, my name is Dr. Dan. Welcome to another Voice Essentials Vocal Pit Stop. And just like we do every Tuesday here at Voice Essentials, I want to give you a piece of information that you can build into your practice, which hopefully motivates you in the development of your voice. And over the last few weeks, we have been doing a little mini-series about the developmental pathway. And hopefully it's been motivating you and encouraging you. And this week we want to talk about the third stage of what is 4 stages, the third stage being consciously competent. First week we did unconsciously incompetent, you're blissfully ignorant to what needs to happen and how far you've got to go and what there is to learn. The second stage, the most frustrating stage, is being consciously incompetent. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize there was that much to learn, and wow, it's all too easy to give up at that point. And then the third stage is being, as I said, consciously competent. Now this actually is the most dangerous stage of all the stages. Why? Because it's all too easy at this point to settle and become comfortable with what you've achieved. I want to say to you, don't stop at this point. Don't just settle for what you've achieved. And so here's your piece of homework this week, something practical that we can do around this whole being consciously competent. Remember in week 1 we talked about performing a song for a friend or a trusted colleague or a singing teacher and saying, can you please identify for me, you, the singer, something that I am not aware of, something that I am unconsciously incompetent in. We talked about maybe it could be breath management, but it could easily be maybe there's a whole section that you're singing flat or sharp on. I want you to go back to that piece, and this week I want you to record it. It doesn't have to be fancy, it can just be to your iPhone or to a video camera, nothing fancy, just enough for you to be able to perform it to camera and to be consciously working on that specific area. Now if you get through it and you play it back and there are areas where you go, oh, no, I'm still sharp, I thought I was achieving that, then you're not yet consciously competent. And so I want you to work on really developing in that area. So it could be that you're not getting that full breath, because when in the motion of a song, it's all too easy to become really zoned in on the moment and enjoying the actual performance of it. But if the technique isn't sticking in those moments, then you are not yet consciously competent. Another area that you can test your conscious competency in is when you actually do perform for an audience. And I often say to my students when we have student performances or they go out and they're gigging, I often say to them, you know, we don't really know technically what is sticking, what's really working for you until we put you on a stage in front of an audience and we play it back and go, oh, that's not quite working yet. We've got more work to be done there. So that's your homework this week. Make sure you leave a comment in the notes sections below. Let us know what it is that you're working on to become consciously competent. Don't settle. Don't become too comfortable with what you've achieved thus far. Let's keep moving forward. We've got one stage to go. Next week, we're going to be talking about being unconsciously incompetent. It's all too easy to get these mixed up. I hope you'll join me next Tuesday. I also hope you'll join me this Thursday when, of course, we do another Voice Essentials video. If this is the first time you've ever joined us here, please subscribe. Join us over at the Voice Essentials channel and join our ever-growing family of singers from across the globe who, just like you, want to raise their voice in song. Until I see you in the next Voice Essentials video, I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.
Sound check.